El objeto de la educación es preparar a los jóvenes para se eduquen a sí mismos durante toda su vida. Now, I just want you to imagine that you were walking into a classroom where the teacher was speaking a different language. Now, in this case, it was Spanish, and probably some of you might have been able to understand that. But what if you didn't speak Spanish? How would you feel in that situation? Would you feel nervous, kind of scared, stressed, all of the above? My guess is probably all of the above. And this is something that many students are going through on a day-to-day basis. These students are our ESL students, are students that are coming in from different countries around the world in the hopes of finding a better life for themselves and their families. That's why their parents brought them here. Now, this is where I am most passionate about, is our ESL students. And currently at Metro State, I am getting my Linguistically Diverse Education certificate, and that's where I plan to spend most of my time, is with our ESL students. Now, I know what you may think, that's a big plate to fill with our ESL students. But at the same time, I think that there needs to be somebody out there that can put these students at the same level as our English proficient students. Give them the opportunities and the chance to succeed in our education program in Colorado. And that's what my goal is, and I think that that should be every goal of any teacher, is to, no matter what their language, no matter what their race, their gender, it really shouldn't matter. All students are equal, and they should all be given the same education, if at all possible. And that's where I kind of would come into play as an ESL teacher. Now, I know what you're kind of thinking. What is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl doing speaking Spanish here? And it's something that I'm very passionate about. I grew up in Houston, Texas, where most of my friends and my fellow students were in many ESL classes. And I didn't know it at the time, but when I thought back about it, it's kind of sad. A lot of my friends are monolingual, meaning they only speak English. And that's kind of interesting because their parents, their uncles, their aunts, all of the elders in their family are all bilingual. And yet, our education program at this time is pushing towards English, 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 and that's it. Now, I know that that is important. English is our language here in the United States, and I'm all for it. That's fantastic. But at the same time, in our education programs, I plan to use English as a second language, so have my students in my ESL classes learn English, but at the same time, not forget where they came from, to find that their home countries are important and valuable, and that all of my students, no matter where they come from, their own story and their own culture is something that benefits them. They are unique, and all of my students will be unique. Now, ESL. Why do I want to teach ESL? And that's a fantastic question. Like I said before, I want to put these students at a level playing field as much as I can with their students, with their friends and their other students that are English proficient. There's no reason that a child who comes to the United States, whose family brought them here for education, for better job opportunities, no matter why they came here, there's no reason to say that a child who does not speak English and that's not their first language, they shouldn't be given the same opportunities as somebody whose parents are at home with them every day, speaking English, providing them with field trips to the zoo, to the museums, those kind of places, who can help with their homework. There's no reason that an ESL student shouldn't be allowed to have the same opportunities and the same experiences as somebody who speaks English. As you can probably see, this is something that I'm extremely passionate about, and I give my heart and all of my passion towards this and all of my heart, like I've said, and this is what I'm working towards, providing that our ESL students are at the same playing field as our English proficient. I thank you for your time, and I look forward to meeting you soon. Oh, and just as a kind of quick heads up, the quote that I had given earlier saying that the object of education is to prepare our students for education during the rest of their lives. And so I just found that kind of interesting. Thank you so much and have a great day.